Peace, brothers and sisters, gods and goddesses, kings and queens. This is part 3 of why black people use the black card on each other. Now, in part 1 and 2, I give you illustrations, and those who can identify the illustrations, identify it. Because it's in your face. The question is, do you know what it sounds like and what it looks like? I'm SHU AMUN RA. This is class. You get your pencils or papers, because we got to reconstruct our minds. We got to study. We need to go to these events where the great scholars like Dr. Phil Valentine and Bobby Hemming and Professor James Smalls and so on and so forth, with all these great scholars that has been in and out of the country, going to Africa and different parts of the world and bringing in information for us to reconstruct our minds the way we think. Going around here smoking dope, drinking liquor, and all this madness, keeping your mind lost in the wilderness. Now, brothers and sisters, don't get it twisted, brothers and sisters. Don't get it twisted. Now, I know about certain things, trees, if you will. If you're using it to metaphor your illusions and be able to enhance your discussions when you use trees. See, in ancient times, they used these supplements as medical and psychological medicines to be able to enhance and also heal the human body, and to be able to enhance the mind conspiracy in its intellectual kind of way, if you are doing that. But if you're just doing it to waste your brain on the chemicals that they're using, it's a waste of time. Brothers and sisters, gods and goddesses, kings and queens. And the reason why I say these 3 philosophies is because a lot of you you're still in your lower form of yourself. So you say brother and sister, and then some of you will say kings and queens. I use the word gods and goddesses because that's who you are. You just don't want to come out of your lower form. You want to stay in that form. This is one of the reasons why we need to dig out the negativity. Dig out the negative frequency. Dig out the negative way of behavior. Because we have trapped ourselves in the whitewash system of things. We have dressed like them, you talk like them, you eat like them, you act like them, you have become them. And now you have reversed it and transformed it into your way, which is the black way. Eventually it was going to happen. But your whole conspiracy is still the path of the European white man and white woman. It is. Because the question is, who has the power? You ain't buying for no black man. You ain't buying for no black woman. If somebody mentioned, yo, you gonna buy some black products? I got some sneakers for you. Right, I'll show you these right here for illustration. Here it is called niggas, right? Black-owned company. I bought these sneakers. I got many more. Right? My beads from 125th Street. These are Buddha Bless. My garments are from black-owned stores. Huh? Now the question I'm asking you, are you buying from your black establishment companies? No, you're not. No, you're not. You'll sit up there and use your black card and be talking about, oh, They take too long. Oh no, I don't want to deal with them. They scam artists. They do this, they do that. Like none of these companies do that. But you can accept when they do it. Your mind is not correct. Now, I don't like when nobody's scamming me. I don't care who the hell you is. But my point when I'm making this here is using the black card in the open format that you do. Oh, I'm not finished yet. Let's get to the video. Because we got to unwind the way we think. You got to unwind that. Some of you so institutionalized, you act like you can't come out. Especially when you're under drugs and alcohol and pharmaceuticals. Let's get to the videotape.
They will not give you the game if they're above you in terms of position or rank, because once again, like I said, they look at you as a threat. They will be jealous of you if you're successful and try to mimic your success. And they will try to throw you under the bus as well if you do something and snitch on you. Yes, some of the biggest snitches are black men. So you got to be careful. You got to vet these brothers that you're dealing with at the workplace to make sure that you are dealing with a cool brother. Number 3, black women. Black women will gossip about you. And basically, if black women like you, if you're a select man, black women will flirt shamelessly with you, and they will basically accost you and try to get you to smash. I mean, if you are that dude. Now, if you are a good brother or you're not, they don't consider you select, black women will look down upon you. They will, they really will. They will try to have a certain attitude with you if you're not the type of brother that they find attractive. And I've seen this. I mean, black women harassing a good brother or, not a good brother, but harassing a man that they find attractive and then disregarding a good brother. For example, I've told this story a lot and I'll continue to tell it. Several years ago, I got hired on this company, and one of the things that they did is if you were a new hire, they would take you out to lunch. Now, one of the black women on my particular team that I was working with, her name was Kiki. And Kiki was sort of the leader of the team. And Kiki, of course, was your stereotypical hood rat who made it in corporate America, probably just because they wanted to push this whole affirmative action agenda that they're pushing nowadays. So long story short, Kiki asked me, Solo, do you have any kids? How many kids do you have? I said, I don't have any. And, it's funny. It's always funny when a black woman asks you how many kids you have. They don't even ask you, do you have kids? They ask you, how many kids do you have? And I said, I don't have any. And she was shocked. She said, well, what is it that you're waiting for? And I made a mistake of being logical and honest. I said, I'm not waiting to have kids, until I'm with the mother of my child or my wife. And Kiki, for whatever reason, she took offense to that answer. And she responded, well, Solo, things don't always work out like you think. I'm a single mother to 2 different kids who were both in jail for grand theft auto, and they both were in the same jail cell. Now, I cannot make this story up. I'm not here to make this story up or make black women look bad. This is a true freaking story. And so after that, Kiki basically turned all the women in our group against me and was trying to sabotage me. And I had a very miserable experience working for that company, because at the end of the day, Kiki just didn't like me because of what I said. I never disrespected Kiki. I never called her out of her name, nothing. It's just that little interaction soured whatever potential relationship that we could have had. And I think for some reason she thought maybe I was an uppity Negro or that I was better than her. But the truth of the matter is how are you going to prosecute a brother for wanting to do the right thing? For not sticking his dick into every woman and busting raw gallons of nut and getting a bunch of women pregnant so that they're single mothers. Kiki should have been clapping for me and commending me for having the type of stance that I did. Instead, Kiki disdained me and wanted me out of the workplace. And so Black women are very dangerous in corporate America, especially if they don't like you. Black women will sabotage you as well. I remember there was a gentleman by the name of Educated Black Man who sent me an email where the Black women were trying to get at this brother who was a select brother, meaning he was an attractive brother, and he didn't really want to, flirt with these women, but these women would come on to him. And then when he snitched on the women, then they turned on him and tried to basically sabotage him. So with Black people at the workplace, I hate to say it, but Black women as well as Black men, if you are a good brother or you are attractive, they will try to sabotage you to a point. And make no mistake, gay Black men will as well. Now, number 2, management. Management. You might think to yourself, I finally got my degree. I finally made it. I'm working a good job. Just to find out that your bitch-made boss may try to sabotage you so that way he can get one of his friends into the company. I mean, for every time that happened to me, where I worked at a company where they wanted another guy to have my position, so they put me on a PIP, which is a performance improvement plan. And basically, the PIP was a joke because the whole time they were telling me I was doing well, I was doing good, but then they were giving me bad marks. I knew exactly what was going on, and I couldn't stop it. And at that time, I was too young to really take the necessary steps to protect myself because the whole management was against me. Another brother told me a story, and he did what I should have done. What he did was, he worked for a company where he was making nearly 6 figures. And the new boss came in and clearly had an agenda, clearly didn't like this brother. So what the new boss did was he tried to sabotage him. And so before he got to a point where it got out of hand, this brother went to human resources, and human resources actually did protect him. So if you are a Black man in corporate America, you have to be careful because you might think that your bosses are cool or appreciate you, but you know what? They will be even harder on you than your white coworkers. Because, let's keep it real. Black men, we have a reputation for being lazy at the workplace. So you're going to have to work 3 times or even 4 times as hard just to prove your frickin' self, because they will judge you instantly as being a slacker or, being lazy, because their perception of Black people, most management, especially white people, their perception of Black people is what they see on TV or hear from the news. A lot of white folks, just the reality is they don't have Black friends. They don't deal with Black people. So all they know about Black people is what they see on the news, what they see on the internet. And so they're going to come in with assumptions and stereotypes about you. Even though you might be in a suit at a prestigious company making 6 figures, they're still going to look at you as a nigger. So you gotta break that stereotype. You gotta break that mold. And like O'Shea Duke Jackson said, some of these white folks might even say some dumb shit or shit like, oh, hey, you're not like those other guys. So management can be very tricky. And make no mistake, when I talk about management, I'm also talking about human resources. Sometimes human resources is in on the fuckery. And you have to be very careful. And if you are in a company, one thing that I do is I document conversations now, just in case if somebody's trying to sabotage me, I have some form of protection. Now, the number one person that a Black man has to be careful of in corporate America, you're going to be shocked. Drum roll, please. Ding, is yourself. Is yourself. You.
Interesting, huh, brothers and sisters, gods and goddesses, kings and queens. Well-off information to help you out. Can you find the Black card in that? In that last conversation, can you find the Black card in that conversation with the young man is telling the story. It's all around it. It's all around it. Huh? How people could be jealous of you, especially black people, who you assume, because you both got the same skin color, similar, that you'll be able to work together. No, that's not gonna happen. There's many different mental illnesses that's going at the workplace. Listen to me clearly. Mental illnesses. I know we're there at the workplace that's supposed to do our job. There's a small percentage of people who are there to do their job, get their paycheck, go home. But the average foolish people are there to manipulate and start plenty of problems at the job because they are not doing enough work. That's what I think. If you got all that time on your hands, that means you ain't doing nothing. But the black card is used when they're trying to manipulate other people to go against you. Or it's even worse when the black man or woman goes to the disciplining area or go to the one in power and start to create lies and stories to manipulate you or try to destroy you. And they will use this black card by playing the sheep. In reality, they are the wolves. So what I'm doing is to help you to be able to identify the black card is being used. Okay? Now, some people go, that's not the black card. No, the black card has changed. It's not the way we go dealing with the white man, dealing with the police officer, dealing with people in authority that's not the same color as you, and you believe they're being racist to you. But guess what? If you believe that black people are not being racist to each other, you got to be crazy. You got to identify this. The class is not about trying to downgrade us. It's to cleanse out the mental illness. That's what it's about. The mental illness that is being performed in the open forum. This is what I'm trying to tell you. If you don't want to recognize none of these formats, it's because you wanted them. Yeah, you wanted them. Pay attention to me. You wanted them. You're one of those people who sit up there, you at work, you're down talking, you're full of worker who happens to be another black person. And you're trying to move up this ladder, the so-called ladder, to prove a point. And what is the point? You ain't gonna be rich, because white folks ain't gonna let you be richer than him. But you sitting there downgrading, using a black card to reverse it. And especially, you know what? And I'm gonna say it honestly, black men in the corporate world is more, they got more of a tenderitis, if you know what I mean. They're more like bitchy like. They worry about what is somebody wearing. They go, how much overtime you done. Let's not worry about stuff like, oh, he's getting more than me. But when it comes to the black woman, she worries about that too, but it comes in another level. That bitch gonna try to destroy you. Because if she goes, well, I like him, and you don't pay her no attention, that's another mark against you. Oh, you didn't think so, huh? And if she can't get to you, have you, she's gonna dirty you up. You heard the brother. See, these are black cards that a lot of you don't understand. That's being reversed, and we're using it, you are using it against each other instead of trying to help each other catapult to whatever position you're looking for. These things happen in church too. They happen in church, they happen in different institutions. you use the black card on each other. Your behavior, your attitude, your ignorance put you in this position. Your jealousy, your envy, and number one, your goddamn egos. Your egos put you in this position, and then you start slandering. You start slandering your own peoples out in the forum like that. When you should know better that we already got 3 strikes against us because of the color of our skin. You should be ashamed of yourself. And how I know? Because I see it, and I've lived it. And I've started studying and wondering of other people in the black race that's going through this from other black people, and the Creator's my witness. Things that are popping up on YouTube and Google information. Wow. It's all over the place. What you think, this is reality? Let me get to the next clip. Unbelievable. Hope you've been writing this stuff down.
Level at your command. You can go as far as you want to go. You know, there are people that are going to be against you in the workplace. Some of it is going to be competitive. Some of it might be some other stuff. But at the end of the day, you determine your fate. You determine who you are in the workplace. You made it to the company. They saw something in you. And so what you have to do is prove yourself and say, hey, I am worth every penny that you're paying me. I'm worth every penny and then some. And, you know, always, and this is another advice I got from a successful brother is, as a black man, always keep a side hustle or 2 or 3 or whatnot. Because at the end of the day, you know, nothing is guaranteed. We live in tumultuous times. Look at the economy. Nothing is guaranteed. Always keep a side hustle. So in case your job doesn't work out, you're able to move on. You're able to go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to be in a position where you are able, you know, even if you lose your job, you are fine. You're able to bounce back. Now, those are the 5 people black men have to be careful of in corporate America. My name is Solomon Jones. If you want to see an exclusive look behind the scenes, please follow me on Instagram at SoloTV84. Also follow me on Twitter at SoloTV84 and Snapchat if you want to see pretty girls.
This next video I'm going to drop on you is very, very heavy. I want you to truly pay attention, because this next video, it is so important, because so many of you do it and you think this is your life and this is what you're supposed to do. You're disrespectful. I want you to see this video. Please pay attention.
And you're going to have the nerve to laugh and joke when teachers trying to teach you? You got the nerve to act a fool when somebody cares about you? You talking while I'm talking? Do you know if I go to a Jewish school, them kids quiet. If I go to a white school, them kids quiet. If I go to a Latino school, they quiet. The only kids that disrespect me is black kids. That's it. My own are the only ones that disrespect me. I walk in any other school, they like, there go E.T., we taking notes. I come home, you talking. You capping jokes. You think something funny. Look how we living. Ain't nothing funny. Ain't nothing funny, y'all. Look, when I got my PhD, what embarrassed me, I'm in there, they asking me like, what's wrong with our urban schools? Like, why you asking me? I'm in classes like you in class. The teachers want to know, professors want to know, well, why are your kids, what's the problem in the school system? I'm embarrassed, y'all. I'm a grown man. I'm embarrassed that they talk about y'all. And you know why I'm embarrassed? Because what they don't know is you ain't even trying when you take the test. You didn't give your best. They think you dumb. You ain't dumb. You You can't take our people from Africa and put us in the diaspora and spread us all over the world and we survived slavery and we can't pass the test? Come on. I ain't stupid. You take everything from us and we still survive? And you gonna tell me we can't learn how to write? Have you lost your mind? We are survivors. That's all we do is survive. And you gonna come and tell me you can't take a test? No, you can take the test. The problem is when you take the test, you barely take the test. I challenge you to go in there and get that doggone piece of paper and that pencil and do your best. I challenge you.
That video that I just put out is a prime example how young kids use the black card. The man is talking, he's trying to wake them up, and they laughing and giggling, thinking he's a joke. They think this is the norm, but he blew their spot up, didn't he? He sat up there and reversed it and snatched the black card from them and told them what the hell is wrong with you. Why are you acting this way? You think you stupid? Because you want these people out here to think you dumb? When you ain't trying to do your work, you ain't giving your best abilities, you ain't doubling, quadrupling studying? What's wrong with you? You making yourself lower than you already is? You must rise and become the God and the goddess you is. Because you're walking around here being lazy, being weak. That's that black card in the inside that I'm telling you about. How we are using it against each other. That's that black card that I'm talking about. Sabotaging each other. The brother was out there giving him information and they want to use the black card. Oh, look at him. Look what he's doing. Ha, 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 ha. This is what I'm talking about. I gave you illustration in the corporate world. I gave you illustration. A brother's giving him information. He's visiting the schools. I'm going to show you where you get students manhandling their teachers. Black on black. Because she failed. You failed because you wanted to fail. So your only subjection is to try to be violent to this woman who's old enough to be your mama? Oh, I got that video too. Oh, you're going to see it in the next episode. Using the black card. But you got to understand what it looks like, what it sounds like, and to be able to identify it right away. Right away. You got to exercise how to talk to each other in an open form. You got to do this. What we're not doing, well, not I, but so many of you are not teaching your children how to react to one another. You see, when you're in that position that you see another child or a teenager or a grown man, and just because a man's grown don't mean his ignorance is not a child. Because remember, once you pass the stage of life and become a man and a woman, your behavior is now your own doing. Period. Don't get it twisted. And then we got some of these fools out here who will sit there and tell you, which I'm going to show you this video next, that you should mess with black women if you have a white woman. He's using a black card, and I need you to hear this. This is an old rich man, old rich black man, but I'm going to show you this on the next video on part 4. It's deep. I hope you're writing this stuff down. SHU AMUN RA. I see you, part 4.